Hey everyone, it's Jeremy Hamilton with 5280 Angler with a fishing report. Yes, I know it's been a while. I have been on private water for seemingly weeks on end. So I haven't had any private or public water information to share with you. The private water's been fishing great though, so if that's something you're interested in, we definitely have spots available for you, and you can come check it out. We have a lot of new private water this year, so kind of all over the place, and its fishing's been great. However, otherwise, public water, I have actually relied on our fantastic guide staff this time in order to get a reliable fishing report. I don't want to put out information if I can't verify it myself or if I'm just guessing. So I did get some feedback from some of the guides. I, however, did myself fish the Dream Stream today, and it was pretty good. So I'll start there. We started out in the morning, lots and lots of tricos around. No real fish coming up. The water has bumped up to about 345, so it's a little high. The fish aren't looking up for tricos right now, but there were a lot of them on the water. We did fish some black RS2s, some drowned tricos. Didn't really pick any fish up on that stuff. In bigger water right now, the fish are looking for bigger food items. Worms, leeches, crane fly larvae, all that worked well. Caddis candy, PMD nymphs, both bar emergers and Jujubatus or Juju PMDs worked well. You can also use a red copper john, pheasant tails, things of that nature. Later in the day, we did pick some fish up on dry flies. There's definitely lots of hoppers around. They're kind of tan in color, anywhere from orange, red, yellow, legs, all that type of stuff. We just fished a tan and pink chubby Chernobyl and picked a couple fish up on that. I did notice later in the afternoon, well, as late as we fished, the water is warming up, by the way, but as late as we fished, the fish were starting to feed on smaller Baetis type stuff and trico nymphs. So think the little, any of your mayfly stuff, pheasant tails, jujus, 2-bit hookers, radiation Baetis, all that stuff go down in sizes. 20 to 24, I would say, is about the size that they're eating on that. RS2s, chocolate thunders, all of that stuff are going to pick up some fish later in the day. Definitely do watch the water temperatures. We saw it as between 67 and 68, and pulled them off the water. We don't want to stress the fish out. That was about 2:30. So definitely watch out for that. And the clouds came in, we probably would have been okay. Water temps may have started to drop, but we wanted to be safe, and we came off the water about 2:30. So definitely be careful with that. We don't want to be killing fish, but otherwise it fished pretty good. There aren't tons of fish around, but the fish that we're finding are quite big. I think we got 2 fish that were under 18 inches today. Everything else was over that. Not that should be the expectation, but there definitely are some big fish in the system right now. There's just not a million of them. So be prepared to do some walking and searching. It's really kind of more hunting right now than just finding a spot and staking it out and fishing there all day. Although you can do that. I think it works a little better to kind of hunt these fish down and go find them. And it's fun to hit the banks with the hopper as well. They're definitely looking up for those. Not everywhere, but we picked a few up, and it was a lot of fun. So that's definitely something that can break up your day. There were some PMDs and yellow sallies and all that hatching, but we didn't really see any fish on those. I put a stimulator on and wasn't able to pick any fish up on that. They just kept going after the chubby Chernobyl. So that's how that's been fishing. I would say if you're going out into Middle Park or in the Middle Fork in South Park, Tomahawk, Badger Basin, Ranch 63, all of those, they're going to fish similarly. I would say basically the same bugs, but there you can do just a dry dropper. Hopper, chubby Chernobyl that's kind of the new in fly. It's simple to tie and it floats great, easy to see. So that's always a good one. If you're finding they're not looking at that, you can always go Amy Zant or whatever your favorite hopper is. Tans, yellows, those types of flies are going to work. Not super big. I'm downsizing them a little bit, maybe 10s and 12s. You could even do 14s. They're not all big, but then also noticing some caddis later in the day. If you're out in the evening when the water temps are starting to come down, which is totally acceptable, and kind of expected if it's getting cloudy, caddis are coming back to the water to lay their eggs. So some elk hair caddis, foam caddis, that type of thing should work pretty well in the later in the afternoon, early evening if you're out there. Now, as far as Deckers goes, water is finally starting to come up. I was also avoiding doing a report on Deckers with that low water. I didn't really want to draw attention to fishing there and kind of keeping some of the people away if we can. The water was low and warm and really not a good place to be fishing, and that's what we've been kind of doing, is avoiding that. But now the it's up. I think it did bump again today, and some reports have been pretty decent. Again, worms. Anytime the water bumps up, you can look at worms, scuds, stoneflies, cranefly larvae. That's pretty standard right there. But then PMDs, again, pheasant tails, juju PMDs, red copper johns, anything like that is going to work well in about a size 16. RS2s in gray and olive, light olive works pretty well for PMDs. Soft hackle, pheasant tails, soft hackle, hare's ears, any of that type of stuff is going to imitate emerging PMDs pretty well. Tricho's in the morning there as well. Kind of depends on the spot if they're going to be coming up for them or not. So that's kind of play it as you go. If you see them coming up in the morning, great. If not, you can always just drown a tricho if you're going to nymph, and you should be able to pick a few up on that. Otherwise, like everywhere else right now, hoppers, there might be some stoneflies fluttering around here and there too. So again, the aforementioned chubby Chernobyls should be able to pick up some fish. Otherwise, Arkansas and Pueblo, too high to fish. Don't even bother right now. Reports out of the Colorado Williams Fork area in partial, pretty good. Mosquitoes are still around, so definitely be aware of that and come prepared for that. But otherwise, they're again, trichos in the morning, PMDs, caddis, everything on dries and nymphs. And then they're eating hoppers out there as well. So kind of right now, the theme is all the bugs are very similar everywhere you're going to go. It's just a matter of, are you fishing high water, low water, anything like that. For the time being, water's going to be up at Deckers, Cheeseman Canyon and such. So that's a good thing. It'll get those fish back healthy again and get them some cool water so they can endure the rest of the summer. Dreamstream is going to be coming down in the coming weeks, or at least by September 1st. The report is that the water is coming down. They're going to be doing some work on 11 Mile, I think on the dam. So they have to drop the water level on that. So Dreamstream is going to be low basically through September and October. So definitely be careful there, and again, watch water temps. And same on the Colorado as well. Tom Caprio has said that the water temperatures are coming up, and you have to watch out for that. So he's been fishing out there a bit, but it's been fishing fairly well. So, but otherwise, like I said, our private waters are all fishing good. If you want to come out and check those out, definitely encourage you to do so. Get out with me or any of our other guides, our wonderful guide staff. I always appreciate those guys and their help in giving me the information so I can give you guys a relevant fishing report. But that's it for now. Again, follow us, 5280 Angler on YouTube, Instagram, and 5280angler.com or Facebook. And you can follow me, Jeremy Hamilton Fly Fishing, and I will see you out there.